with Figma, what you want to do is you go to your browser, like Google Chrome, you open a tab and type figma.com. The objective of today's class is to walk you through understanding Figma environment. That's the first objective. And secondly, we are going to do a design. And I've shown us the design. This is what the design looks like. We are doing this stuff. It's a Nike website, product carousel and all of that. So I'll be showing you how to do something like this for e-commerce. You get? So what we'll be learning, we'll use the knowledge to do something like, so this is what Figma looks like. Once you click on once you type in figma.com on the URL, it brings you here. If you are a new user, it's going to take you to the home page, but once you've signed up, the interface will look like this. Like, it's going to log you in. You'll be logged in. You understand? Why is this taking time? Okay, so this is what Figma looks like. This is what the interface looks like. For those of us that joined in the last class, I mentioned interface. Interface is what you see when you are using a website or a mobile app. You can see the buttons, right? Okay, let me even help us. To get a better view of what we are doing, keep your phone on landscape mode, rotate your screen, then turn on your rotate button, then rotate your screen. You get a bigger view. If you've done that, just give a thumbs up or a reaction. Of course, you get a better user experience doing that. So this is what the interface looks like. Don't mind the way my stuff is scattered. These are the files I've opened recently. You can see what I said we'll be working on today, right? I've also opened it recently. So you'll find when you come here, what you need to take note of is where you can find your new design button. Are you seeing the button here? Design file. Do you see the design file button? I like feedback when I'm teaching. Please.
I can't see anything. Can you take it again, please?
You can't see? Hold on. Can you see my screen currently?
Yes.
All right, so let me go over there. So can you see the Figma stuff now?
Yes.
Oh God, this is what I don't want. This thing can take our time. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is what the interface, the UI looks like. You understand? Once you get to this place, these files you are seeing here are the recent files I've opened. You can see recent here, right? Can you see recent? So these are recently viewed. If you click here, you find shared files. If somebody share a file with you, then shared project. Maybe you are collaborating with somebody and all of that. So this is what the home page, let's call this the home page, looks like. But our major concern as we are starting out, until we begin to master the environment, is we want to look at for where we find the design file button. Figma is used for two purposes: to create presentation, maybe UX presentation, and to design. So if you want to do presentation, this is where you click on FigJam. But then our concern is design. So I'll just click on design file. Once I click on this, we'll go to our design Canva. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So this is what the design Canva looks like. You understand? Oh God. So, like I said, my objective today is to walk you through understanding the environment. Then, secondly, what are we going to do next? We'll now do a design. So, once you get to the Canva is divided into 4 parts. You get? We have the top. Sorry, the design environment is divided into 4 parts. We have the top. Watch my mouse. Like I said, if you are just joining, keep your phone on landscape mode to get a better view of my screen. So see where my mouse is over. This is the top. Are you seeing it? I'm trying to tell you that Figma is divided into 4 parts. The top, the right part. This is the right part. The left part, all of them have name, I'll tell you, but just take note of it first before I tell you the name. Then the center, are you seeing the center? See where my mouse is hovering. I'll take it again. The top, see where my mouse is hovering. The right part,
Yes, we can see. Yes.
the left part, and the center. So let me now give you the name. On the top part, you will find your toolbox. Every design you see online, offline, whatever line, was done using design tools. Are you getting me? Those manipulations you see in designs was achieved by using. So as a designer, the first thing you want to know is understanding the tools of the design software you are making use of. So for Figma, this is where we find the tools. I'm going to explain each and every one of these tools in this class, you understand? But first of all, take note that on the top part of your Figma environment, you'll find the tool. The next thing you will find is the title of your file. Figma is a web software. You don't press Ctrl S. Just like maybe you are using Microsoft Word or CorelDRAW, you don't press Ctrl S. As you are designing, as long as you are connected online, see my connection, your work will be saving automatically. You understand? So, but you just need to give it a title. So I'll call this, I'll give this UI class. So I've given it a title. See where I put my title. So when you are doing your own project or your practical, you also give yours a title. Are you getting me? So then you find your share button. I will explain each and every one of these one after the other, but just follow me. You find the toolbox, the title, and your share button. The share button helps you share your file. Like I said, okay, the way tech is done now, take for instance, I work from home. So when I get my clients and I'm doing my designs, I want to share my work with them. I'll click on the share button, or sometimes I may need to export the file. But basically, if you want them to see everything, you click on the share button. You understand? We are going to get there. There's practical for it. So the right part is called the property bar. It's also divided into two. We have the design part and the prototype. What did I say?
The design part and prototype.
Yes. Before now, there was inspect. The third one was inspect. But when Figma updated their interface recently, they added some new features. So they moved the inspect to this place. The inspect is for developers. Remember I said tech, UI design is a key part of product building. So before, just like we need architects to draw building plans before civil engineers to work on it and bring the building to life. That's how we need UI UX designers to design the interface of websites, mobile apps, and softwares before the developers will bring those designs to a functional stuff. So when you are done with your design, you share your file with the developer that is going to work on that project. They use the dev mode. If I click here now, it will switch. You start seeing CSS code and all that. Let me not bore you with this. For now, let's just stay on design mode. So the design mode, what concerns us is designing and prototyping. This stuff I say we'll be working on is not just design. You understand? I've added some animation. Those animation is called, all this movement you are seeing is called prototyping. These all we'll be learning today. So stay till the end of this class if you want to know how to do this. So we'll design and prototype. That's what the property bar is for. So the property bar has the design part and the prototyping part. Now as we go into details, you'll be learning all of this stuff. So on the property bar, you find the property of whatever you are selecting. Take for instance, now if I draw a square, I see that the property bar has given me the property of this square. The width is 227 pixel. The height is 233. The angle is normal. If I rotate this and let's say I give it 20 degrees, see that it has tilted, right? Let's give it back to 0. So the property bar gives you the property of whatever you are selecting. We'll get to this. So let's take it bit by bit. How many parts did I say the Figma environment is divided into? 4 parts. So the top, the right side, which is the property bar, then the left side, which you find your layer and asset. Those of you that have used Photoshop before, you understand what layer is. If I bring up another content, let's say an ellipse, I see that everything okay, the fourth part is your design canvas. This big space you see here is called your canvas. It's bigger than what you are seeing. If I scroll down or up, I see that it's getting bigger. So you can design a full website on this design canvas. You understand? So the design canvas is where you do your designs. While the right side is your property, and I said the property has design and prototype. Then the left part is your layer. You also find your assets and your pages. You can create multiple pages in a particular design file. You can also name your page. So if I said the layer gives you everything you have on your screen file. Somebody should tell me his name, so I will type the name here. Okay, let me type my own name. My name is Prince. So you can, are you seeing Prince on the layer? So Prince, ellipse, rectangle, everything you have on your design canvas, you will find them on the layer. I'm going to teach you how to use the layer. If you know how to use the layer, it makes your work seamless and also fast. You understand? So let's now start discussing. I've said this is the top, the right, which is the property bar. The top has the tools, your title and your share button. Then also present. When you want to present your work, I will do all of this, don't worry. Then the right part is the property bar. This video is recorded so you can watch it later and get it right. Then the left part is your layer. Assets talks about components, plugins, and some other thing. You may not get it now, so let's leave assets for now. For the pages, somebody's mic is on. Please mute your mic. For the pages, people are trying to join. Okay, for the pages, you can create multiple pages, like I said. You can create multiple pages for your design. I do that a lot. I create multiple pages. Okay, let's start. The first thing you find on the top part of your Figma environment is your Figma button, the logo. You can see it, right? That's your main menu. So when you click on the new design file, that brings you here to do your design. Remember, it's not a desktop software that you just click X to close it. No, of course that's how you close it, but if you want to get other files, you just click on the main menu and you see, can you see back to files? I guess you can see that. So if I click on back to files, it takes me back to the home page. Are you seeing it? You can see the UI class, right? So this is our most recent file. Remember I said the recent file is what you see here. So this is the UI class I just created now. So to go back to this file again, you double click on it to open it. So that's what the Figma logo helps you to do. It can take you back to the file, the main menu rather. It can also help you achieve some editing, but then I will allow you to explore this on your own. Don't be scared. Okay, for those of you that are active, there is a desktop app. Somebody is trying to join. You can download the desktop app from here by clicking Get Desktop App. You can change your preferences from dark mode to light mode. You can change your theme. If I change it to light, are you seeing it has changed? But I like dark mode. You can do a whole lot, but this is not our goal for tonight. The goal is to help you know the tools. Let me see if somebody is trying to join. 2 persons, okay. So the goal is to help you know the tools so that we can achieve our design. You understand? So that's all the file menu. But for now, just take note that the file menu can take you back to file. That's the Figma logo rather. It can help you edit some stuff, but I don't come here to edit because they are short keys. You understand? And they are easier tools to deploy instead of coming over here. This is like long route. You understand? So let's now go to the tools. After the menu logo, the first tool we have is our move tool. Can somebody say move tool? Please, when you say move tool, mute your mic. All right. The move tool, as the name implies, it helps you to move objects and elements around your the Figma canvas. As if I want to move Prince now, I'll move it. I see now I'm moving it. So that's what the move tool does. For those of us that are familiar with CorelDRAW and Photoshop, the move tool is just like pick tool on CorelDRAW. You understand? It helps you select and move objects. You understand? It also gives you the privilege to edit object. If I don't select this print now, I can't edit it. So I need to select it first, go to the property bar. If I want to increase the font size, okay, I think I must say this. The property bar is dynamic. Are you getting me? It changes with respect to whatever you are selecting. So now I'm selecting print, which is a text. You notice that the property bar is giving me text property, right? Did you see it? If you are just joining, keep your phone on landscape mode to get a bigger view of the screen. So if I click on the shape tool now, the square, I see that it has changed. If I click on the ellipse, it changes to whatever you are selecting. Then in the case where you are not selecting anything, the property bar is going to give you the property of your page. So currently this is my page color. If I change it to let's click and try something. I think that I've changed the page color. So when you are not selecting anything, the property bar gives you the property of the page. This is awful. I can't use this. So I'll just quickly change it back to what it looks like. 1E, 1E, 1E. Alright, so let's go to the next tool. The first tool is your what? Your move tool. The main menu button is not a tool. It takes you to the main menu. But tools, talking about tools for designing and editing. The first tool you have here is your move tool. The next tool, before I go to the next tool, you notice there is a small arrow here. It means there are other tools inside. So when you click on the small arrow, you can find another tool, right? What are you seeing on this place now? If you are following, what's this? Scale. Yeah, correct. That guy's phone is on landscape. If you are struggling, it means your phone is on portrait. Put it on landscape to get a better view. So the scale tool has its own function, just like the move tool. It also helps you move object, but it's unique in its own way because, okay, when you click on the scale tool, the property bar also changes and it tells you you're on scale mode. Are you seeing the scale here? What the scale tool does is that it helps you increase objects proportionally. I will explain that practically, don't worry. So I've duplicated this. To duplicate, you use alternate. You press on alternate, then you drag the stuff like that. So I've duplicated this square now. If it is on move to now, it has moved to move to. It has gone back to move to. If I want to drag this thing now, like to increase it, I think that the shape is distorting. Did you notice? But if I'm on scale mode, let me delete that. If I'm on scale mode, if I keep it on scale mode and I try to increase it, all four sides will increase together proportionally. You understand? That's the function of scale mode. So it helps you increase objects and element of your design proportionally. What did I say? It helps you increase it proportionally. Because of time, let's run. So the next tool,
increase objects proportionally.
yes, perfect. The next tool is your is called your frames. Can somebody say frame? All right. So remember, UI design is all about designing websites, mobile app, and softwares, right? So when you come to your design canvas, you don't just start designing on this empty space. You design inside your frame. You understand? So when you click on the frame tool, the property bar is going to change again, giving you properties of the frame tool. Remember I said the property bar is what? Is dynamic, right? It gives you properties of whatever you are selecting. So now I've selected frame. Are you seeing different frame size? We have phone, we have tablet, we have desktop, we have presentation. Some of us have Apple Watch, right? Smartwatch. You can also design softwares for those kind of watch. I see when you click there, you see the difference. You have normal paper, A4, A5, but our goal is to design websites and mobile apps. So somebody's mic is on. Help us, please. I can't be switching like that. If your mic is on, mute your mic. Chizoba. Oladimeji, if your hand is up for questions, kindly calm down. When I'm done teaching you, ask question, please. So when you go to your frame tool now, I said you don't just design in the empty canvas, you select a frame. So there are different sizes of frame. When you click on the phone frame, you see iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro, down to iPhone 8, then Android small and Android large. For me, I prefer using iPhone 13 Pro for my design. So when you click on it, you can see the phone frame, right? That's not all. When you click on frame again, you can also select this screen size you choose is at your own discretion. You understand? So you can also design for tablet, iPad. You can see the different sizes. Let's say iPad 11. Are you seeing iPad screen? Then you can also design for desktop, which is web view. I can select a laptop screen. My MacBook is 14 inches MacBook. There's a bigger one of 16 inches. So most times I just like designing. When I was using a Windows laptop, my screen was 16 inches. So if I'm designing web stuff, then I use 16. But now I'm using MacBook, so I just like using my normal screen size. So this, like I said, your screen size is at your own discretion. So if you are designing a web software or a website, you can choose to design on 16 inches. Some people even design on desktop. You understand? So this is, I see the different frames. So take for instance, now this thing will be working on today. You see that it's on a MacBook, right? On a desktop size. You get? I'm currently working on a project. See what I'm working on currently. Is a job we got from Upworks. One of the things you'll be learning after you have mastered skills is how to get jobs from online. You understand? That's one of the things you'll be learning. It's a big community I'm trying to form, UI design community, and there's big plans for everybody that will be part of it. So see this work we are doing now is on desktop mode. You understand? So I'm designing inside the screen. I see the way I'm doing the design.
Wow.
So yeah. So this is what the UI design is all about. So just designing websites, mobile app, and none of that. So I'm just trying to show you that okay, once you've put this stuff like this, you design inside. We'll be doing a design today, don't worry. So the next tool after your frame today, there's an arrow here, but let's leave the section and slides for now. You understand? What's most important is our frame. So the frame helps you to do what? To design for different screens, right? If these days I've started designing. When I started with Figma, I was only designing websites, mobile app, and all that. But these days, because of the way Corridor is trying to frustrate people, I've started designing my flyers for clients also on Figma. So if you want to design social media posts, you can also get social media post frame. Instagram, this is it. So I can do my flyer inside this frame. Are you getting me? When you are done doing your export, I'll teach you all of these things, don't worry. But then our focus is websites and mobile apps. So this is what it looks like. The next tool is our shape tool. Can somebody say shape tool?
Shape tool.
Designs are made up of different shapes. You understand? Yeah, thank you. Designs are made up of different shapes. You understand? If I go to this website I'm working on currently, you will see this video is going to go over. I hope this client will not watch my video. Okay, I see that this text is inside something that looks like a box. You can see the button is inside a box, right? You can see the search stuff. If I go to the payment screen where I'm currently working on, this is where I stopped today. I used to work 3 hours every day on this project. So you can see that there are different shapes. So you need to now to get these shapes for your own design. So where you find those shapes, remember I'm walking you through understanding Figma environment, and the way to do that is by knowing the tools and how to use them. So if you need shapes for your design, you click on shape tools. So the first shape we're seeing here is rectangle. If you click on this arrow, you will see other shapes. Are you seeing them? So if you need a rectangle, you click on the rectangle and draw. You click and drag to draw. If you want a perfect shape, you hold shift. So this is a perfect square. If I need ellipse, I also hold shift like that to make it perfect. If you don't hold shift, see what will happen to you. You do something like this. Are you seeing it? So, but if you want something perfect, once you press shift now, it becomes perfect. Are you seeing that? So another shape you can get is your line. If I check my design again, you see lines. You can draw lines like that. If you hold shift, you get a perfect line like that. And I told you guys that the property bar changes with respect to whatever you are selecting, right?
Yes, sir.
So you are seeing that the property bar is now showing me the property of this line. So I can increase the thickness. Don't worry, I'll teach you all these things to 5. You notice that it's now thick. I can also change the color of the line. See the color, the stroke color. Can give it a red stroke or a blue stroke. This is the color palette. You can just move like that, give it the color you want. Then this is the shade of color. So I think I like this red for now. Let's keep it at this. So that's the line 2. Under your shape, we have arrow also. If you need to add arrow to your design, remember I said if you want something perfect, you hold down your shift button. So that's my arrow. Under shape also, we have polygon. Polygon is a shape that has equal side, right? So this is a triangle. Triangle is a polygon. We have other polygons. So now I've drawn a polygon. You notice that a property bar has given me the property of this polygon. See this sides count is 3. If I increase it to 4, see what happens. It changes. If I increase it to 5, it changes like that. So depending on what you want to do, you can just explore. You get, mind you, we are just trying out something. Okay, if you want to play around with the radius, look at these dots. This one is for count. If I take it down, it reduces. If I take it up, it increases. If I want to play with the radius, you can just do a whole lot with this. This video is recorded. You have time to watch it later and practice. So another thing you want to learn about the shape too is your star. You might have seen some apps or websites that have rating, right? You say rate this app. Say star they used to use, but these are they get those stars. You just draw it. If you want something perfect, what do I say you do? You hold shift. So this is star. I can change the fill color to maybe yellow, something like that. You can just. It's cool, right?
Yes, sir.
So these are they get those ratings. They will not duplicate it. I say, what's this? What do I use to duplicate? Alternate. So I'm pressing alternate, and when you press alternate, you drag it out like that. So you can take off the colors like so. Let's say this person has 2 rating. This is how you do those kind of design. I've seen it. So that's for star. Another thing under the shape too is image. You can place image from your desktop. You get. So if you want to import an image, you just come to the shape tool and click on it. It takes you to your desktop. Then you choose the image you want to bring in, and then boom, you are on point. Let me look for an image. Food flyer. Okay, let's work with this. If I press open, see what happens now. I see the image. I'll hold shift to get something perfect, and that's it. So remember I said I also do flyers with Figma. So you can do beautiful designs like this. Who's trying to join? All right, so we move ahead. Okay, so that's for the shape tool, right? So we've talked about the rectangle, the line. What we're doing, we're exposing you to these tools. We'll still get into practical cases where we use them, right? So arrow, ellipse, polygon, all of these things are what we're treating. So the next tool is your line tool. Your pen tool. The pen tool works like the line tool, but then the pen tool helps you to draw continuous line. Unlike the line tool that helps you draw 2-point line, like 1 point another, the pen tool will give you continuous line. You see what I'm doing? You just move your mouse to the point, you place it, you move your mouse again. I obviously don't know what I'm drawing, but I'm just drawing. So that's how it works. You can just bring it down like that. When you're done, you click on done. So I've done something. If I click on it, I can change the color to white. The code for white is F into 6 places. I can increase the thickness to 5. Are you seeing what I just did? So this is how the tools work. Then the next vital tool we need to learn about is text. Every website or mobile app has text, right? So the text tool helps you to write. On this website I'm designing, you will notice that I see plenty text, available payment option, checkout, current country, the logo, my account. You can't overemphasize the need for text. So how do you get text? You click on this T sign here, and I'm going to type my name again. I've not really mastered the people's name. Prince is my name, and I'm a UI UX designer. Oh, so talabash. My goal is to be a product manager. That's the ladder I want to climb in this tech space. We'll be doing millions of dollars deals. Tech is very promising. All right, so that's how it works. Okay, like I said, the property bar changes with respect to whatever you are selecting. So as I'm selecting the text, somebody is trying to join. As I'm selecting the text, okay. As I'm selecting the text, I can change the font style. If I come here and say Google Fonts, I can change it to anything. But please, UI UX design is not graphic design. In graphic, you can use stylish fonts. But when you are doing a website or a mobile, please use legible fonts. What did I say? Use legible fonts, something that your users can read without stress. Let me keep this at 100. Are you seeing the style? Because it's stylish, I can't read it in normal state. I have to put it at 100. So you can change the font style to whatever you want. But please, like I said, I'll also show you the kind of fonts you should use. Popular fonts big companies use for their products. Okay, that's the text. So for now, we will not talk about resources. As we go deeper, resources are components, you understand? We'll get to component, we'll talk about plugins and all of that. Okay, we're going to use a plugin in this class. It's called the remove background plugin. When we get to the point of design, we'll use it. So the next tool is your hand tool. Your hand tool helps you move your stuff. You click and drag it like this to whatever point you want. Are you seeing that? So this is what the hand tool does. After the hand tool is your comment. You can add comments to your design. Okay, I'll say this again. Tech gives us the privilege to work from any part of the world. This job we are doing, the person is in China. This website, the owner is in China. So when we're done designing, we'll share the work with the person, like using our share button to see the file and all of that. But that's one thing you can do. But if you are working with programmers, you understand, you can impute comments in your design. Say, okay, do this, do so and so. Are you getting me? So you can give instruction. Let's say, let me look for somebody's name here. Let's say Ugochi is a developer. Oh, we have 14 more minutes. See what's going to happen there. I will create another meeting link and send to the group. You understand? So that once this one expires, we'll just join with the new link. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
If you got that, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let me, because this class is going to be for 2 hours. All right. That's perfect. So let me just quickly create the link so that once this one expires, we'll just move. Okay, so let's say Ugochi is a programmer. Where is Ugochi? Okay, she's here. So I can now give instruction and say, Ugochi, do this. You understand? She will now respond to it and all of that. Once it's resolved, you just click on good and you take off the comment. So that's what the comment does. The stuff is designed in a way that you can collaborate. You get? Trying to create a new link. All right, let's just continue. So you keep it back and move. I've told us that this part is for you to put your title right.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move.
Yes, sir.
So after your title, the next thing is, of course, this is you. You are logged in, so your image or the name for your email will show there like that. Then the next one is your share button. When you want to share your file, either with the programmer that is going to develop the app or website, as the case may be, or your client. You understand? You click on the share button like that. Are you seeing it? Once you click on the share button, okay, I've created the meeting link. You now click on copy link. This is one way to share. Either you are copying the link or you are adding the person's email. You understand? When you add the person's email, the person will now give them instruction. Either they can edit or they can view the file. Are you getting me? But if you just want them to only view, you just click on the link like that. Are you seeing link copied? Then you send it either via email or WhatsApp, whatever the case may be. You've shared your link. Then when you want to present your work, you click on present. So in this class, part of what we'll be doing, we'll be using the present button to present our work. Are you getting me?
Yes,
Does
sir.
that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So we've talked about the top, the right, the left, and the center. And I said the center is your what? Your design camera, right? The top part of your Figma gives you access to your toolbox. It also gives you the navigation button to take you back to the main menu. I don't know if I have time to explore some of these things. Okay, we don't really need to come here now. Or we'll go, maybe our next class, we'll just do something like that. So I think it's time for us to design. And I said this is what we'll be working on. We have just 14 minutes left. Let me paste the new link now in the WhatsApp group so that once this one expires, we will just leave and join with the new meeting link. I've done that. So this is what we'll be designing today. At the end of this class, every one of you will be able to do this thing. I'm giving you the step-by-step process of achieving this. So let's get started. So at least now we've known our tools, right? And I said, when you want to design, what do? You get your frame, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me type this before we get started. I'll make this variable. Okay, it's on 100. Design, UI design. Let me say that. Okay, the last font I use is this stylish font. That's how this thing works. It gives you the last font. Let me take a normal font. Inter is fine. So UI UX design is all about. Oh my! Somebody's mic is on. Roland. How many more minutes do we have? We have 10 minutes. Okay, we'll do 5 minutes then. I'll ask all of you to leave and join the new meeting link. So I'll just be at peace as we are doing our design. So UI UX design is all about DSIGN. Is all about putting design elements. Are you getting me? Together. TOGETHER. You understand? These design elements ranges from text, shape, image, where necessary, icons. We can have buttons, we create buttons and other things, cards, components. Let's just call them components. Which other thing am I missing out? Shape, image, text, and all that. So when I want to do my design, the first thing I do is that I see the layer. The layer gives us everything we have on our design cover. So I've just created a text saying UI UX design is all about this, and I can find it here. So if I delete this, of which I'm not going to do that now. So okay, this is what we're going to do now. We want to design something. So the first thing I do, let me show us what the design look like actually. This is what we'll be doing. You understand? So going by what I just said now, what are the design elements you can see here? Remember I said UI design is about putting design elements together, right? So what are the elements you can see on this design? Let's talk.
Shape.
You can see shape, right?
Shape.
These colors, they are inside, they are shapes.
Color.
SHAPE. Okay. Text, TXT. Which other one?
Image.
Image. Beautiful. What else?
Color.
All right. So the first thing I do when I want to start design is that I gather. Let me copy this and take it to the other file. You can copy stuff like that to your own file. So if I command V it here like that, it just comes like that. So the first thing I do when I want to start design is that I gather my images, my resources together before I start placing them. So that's a very simple website to be doing. I think it's time for us to just leave. Let's leave the meeting and join with the new link. The link is on the WhatsApp group already, so just leave the meeting. If you can hear me, leave the meeting and join with the new link. So don't leave you here. Hear me again. Leave the meeting. Join with the new link. Welcome back. All right, you are welcome back to the session. So let me quickly share my screen again. So all right. Let's roll. So we are good to go. Okay, so you can see my screen, right? I guess you can.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, the class is being recorded. It's being recorded. Okay, let's run. So the first thing I do is that I gather my elements together. All right, so if this is all we're working on, and we've said we have shape, text, image, and color. For me, the major thing I need to get outside Figma in this design is my image, right? So I'll just quickly go to a website, a Nike website, nike.com. That's the website. If you go to nike.com, let's say you just type, I can get from Pinterest, but Pinterest is not looking like what I want, the way it's placed. So you just go to nike.com. Let me admit this person. You go to nike.com and then once you go to nike.com, you just get the shoe, because we'll be using a Nike shoe. We want to do a carousel like this. This is what we're doing today. Very simple design, but it's loving. I assure you enjoy yourself doing this. It's quite technical too, but then follow the step-by-step process. I tell people that you don't know design by learning, you know design by doing. So once you go to Nike website, you just click on men. You can click on Jordan or Air Force One, anyone, either Jordan or Air Force. Let's see what the output is going to be like. I already have a tab opened. So you just get shoes that look like what we're using in this video. I think Jordan is better, not Air Force One. Let's play with Jordan. If your mic is on, kindly mute your mic. So I think it's loading. So once you open it like this, you just scroll and get the images you want to use. We may not find those exact image, so we'll get something new, because this is a live website, you understand. They only have images of what they have in stock. So probably when I did that design, they had those products, but now it could be out of stock, so we'll just get new ones. So I'll just scroll. When I find something I like, you too can choose anyone you like and do your own design when you are doing the practical. So I think I like this guy, so I'll just right click, copy image. I'll right click, copy image, go to my file. If your mic is on, kindly mute. I'll paste it here. So I'll go get more. I think I like this one also. I'll right click, copy image. You don't need to download the image. When I was starting out in my design journey, I used to download image, you understand, but then I realized that it's not really necessary. You can just copy directly, and then, except you are downloading to use for future purpose, else I don't think there's any point to do that. Okay, let's get one more. I think I like this guy. So you just right click, copy your image and paste it. So we've gotten the image for our design, right? We need 3 shoes and we've gotten them, right? So there's a plugin. Remember I said when we're talking about resources, we'll be using a plugin called remove background plugin. We want to take out the background. You notice that on this design the image does not have a background. Did you notice?
Yes.
So there's a plugin called remove background plugin. It has a website though. Before I started using Figma, I know about remove background plugin and I make use of it to remove my background seamlessly. But for this case, you don't need to go to the website, except you can't use the plugin. So this is how you get plugins. You right click. What did I say?
Right click.
If you right click and scroll, you see, are you seeing plugins? See my mouse. Oh. So to use the remove background plugin, for those of you that are just starting out, you might not, these are my recent plugins I've used remove background plugin today. So if you don't have any plugin, when you click on plugin, see what you will do. As you click on the plugin, go to find more plugins. Go to find more plugins. Are you seeing this? Then you will search for remove background. REMOVEBG space. Look at it here. So when you find it, you just click on it and click on run. If you are using it for the first time, it won't work. It will ask you to set API key. So to set your API key, you click on set API key. See what will happen now. I'm not supposed to be setting because I've already set mine, but I just want to do this for those of you that have not. Of course, almost all of you have not used it before. So see the instruction they will give you. They will tell you to do these 2 things. Number 1, click here to create a free account. Are you getting me? Once you create the account, don't close this thing. No. It will take you out of Figma. If I click on it, it will take you to the website. But I already have my account with them and I think I'm logged in already. So this is what their website looks like. I already have my account. So it will bring you here. It will show you the process of creating your account. Let it load. Once you are done creating your account, you will now come and do the number 2 instruction. After that, you can find your API here. When you click here, it will now take you to your dashboard. Let me see if I'm logged in. Okay, I'm not logged in now. So if I click on login, because I've created an account already, I will log in with my email. If you are just starting out, you click create account and create with your email. So if I click continue with Google, it will log me in. I'm teaching this because I want you to get this thing right. You understand? This video is recorded. So I'll click login with Uboga Prince. and it's going to log me into. To know that you are logged in, you will see your name, I guess. Let it. Are you seeing UP here? This is Uboga Prince. So I'm now logged in. I see sign in successfully. So you come back to your Figma and click on this remove background API. It will now take you to your dashboard. If your mic is on, mute it, please. So once you do that, you see something like this, right? Just click on this new API key. Who is disturbing us now?
Still have one to go.
So once you click that, are you seeing the new API key? Once you click on it, it will generate. Are you seeing create API key? See the API key here. Once you copy this, are you seeing this? I won't copy it because I already have my own set. You just copy this and come back here and paste it here. Then click save. You understand? Since my own is already set, so then once you've done that, you can now right click plugins, then click on the remove background and run it. Once you run it, it takes off the background seamlessly. This is the first step of getting this thing done. You do for the second one, right click, go to plugin, remove background, run. You do again for the next one, right click, go to plugins, remove background, run. Are you seeing that? I hope that makes sense. Sir. So we've gotten our image. The next thing we want to do is our frames. Let me take this off. So I'll go to my frame. It's a website, right? I'll go to desktop, and I told you I like using my screen size. So I'm going to use maybe I should just copy this in so we'll know what we're doing. I'll just highlight all of these. This is what we're working on, and I will explain why. Right click, copy. I'll go to our UI class and paste it here. So this is what we're doing. So you notice that the first screen, I name it main screen, right? I like feedback when I'm teaching.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me bring my shoe close. So this first screen, you notice that they are divided into 3 equal parts. And each of them, when I hover around each of them, you see this blue line around it. It means these are different frames. You see that they even have different colors. You understand? So I will divide this main screen, this first frame I brought, into 3. This is the width. If you go to your property bar, you'll find the width of this stuff. If you press divide on your keyboard, slash button, divide by 3, and you press enter, I've gotten 1 frame. I can call this frame 1 for my first shoe. FRAME, frame 1. Are you getting me? Then how do I duplicate? You press alternate. You can hold down your shift key while pressing alternate to keep it on the same line. If you don't hold shift, you can move it anywhere. But once you hold shift, either it's on the same line vertically or horizontally. You understand? So we want it horizontally in this case. So this is frame 2. I'll do same again for frame 3. You see that, right? Are we together?
Yeah.
So
yes,
the next thing I want to do is I want to put my shoe. I'll put this one first inside the frame 1. Once you bring it inside the frame 1, it enters like that. The shoe is too big. So let me give you some dimension. Let's use see the size of the shoe, 592. Can you see it? 592 by 592 is taking the frame. So I will change this to, let's give it what can we use? Let's reduce it to like 411 or 410. Let's use 410. So you notice that it has reduced, ba?
Yes.
As you drag it around this thing, when you get to the center, you will know. This is the center vertical. Okay, this is the center horizontally. So when you see the 2 red line like that, you know that okay, you are at the center. So you notice that this stuff is tilted to an angle, right? To get that angle, I'll go to the property bar. This is the angle of rotation. I'll give it 50 degrees. Are you seeing that? So I will move it like that. When you have this red line in the two sides, it means it's at the center. Another way to do that, you can use your alignment button. This is aligned to the left, aligned to the center, aligned to the right, top, vertical, bottom. So if I click like this and like this, is aligned, but then I want to follow this red line. Okay, so what color do we give our frame? I will click on the frame to color it. I've clicked on the frame. I want to give it. Who said hash? You are a good designer. So I want to give it the hash color. I'm not seeing your hand though because I'm on my screen. But well done. So I want to give it the color of this shoe so that it will blend. Just the way we have them taking the color of the shoe, right? So I will just I need to be very fast, so I will beat time. So if I click the color property, I see fill color. So it's on white currently. That's the color code. I'll click on this box. I don't know the exact hash color, so I'll just use my eyedropper. This is the eyedropper tool, and select the color like that. You see that I've given it that color. It's cool, right? I will use this as my next shoe.
It's very cool, sir.
All right, thank you. So this is 590 again. I will give it 410. You notice that when I change the width to 410, the height is also changing. The reason is because it's on constraint proportion. If I uncheck this like that and I change this, let's say to 500, see, the height is still on 410. Did you notice now? But that's not how to do. Let's keep that constraint so that it will reduce the same size. So we'll give it the 50 degrees again to tilt it like that. And we'll look for the middle. I say when you find the middle, you see this red line, right?
Yes.
So let's look for it. Okay, this is it. All right, so we'll do the same thing. I'll click on the frame 2. Is white. I'll click on the fill, get my eyedropper and select this like so. Or should we give it a blue color? Let's give it a blue color so that
there'll be match the Nike.
Yes. So I'll give it a blue color like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so that we'll have contrast. All the colors should not be faded like mine. All right, so let's get this the same process. I'll give it 410, right? Don't worry, when you are watching this video, you'll be able to do exactly what I'm doing because you'll be calm, you'll be hear my voice again, and you follow instruction. All right, so let's look for the middle. Oh, you middle, where are you? Okay. You keep searching until you find. All right, that's it. So we have our shoes. I think this one is coming down. Let me just take it up a bit. Okay, this is better. So we'll do the same. We'll select the frame 3, go to our fill, get the eyedropper, select. So we have that. This is cool, right? So we have 2 light color and 1 sharp color. So we'll get another frame to put it inside like this and call it our main frame. So I'll get my 14 inches as usual. I'll bring it here. Okay, I want to close the spacing between items. If you select the frame 1, hold your shift, select frame 2. This is the spacing between items, is 58. Can you see my mouse here? If I select frame 2 and frame 3, you also notice it's 58. Let me see if somebody is trying to join. I hope nobody is trying. Okay, nobody is joining. So to close it up, I'll just select all of them like that. You click and drag over all of them. Are you seeing the 58? I'll keep it as 0. So they are closed now, right? Okay, but that's not all. We notice that there's a text. The Air Force, Jordan and all of that. So let's just go to our text. Type Air Force. AIRFORCE. Air Force 1. Oh, oh. Times food. You came late today. Okay, this is Air Force One. Hope I'm correct. Yeah, Air
Gabby,
Force.
I'm sorry.
No problem. The video is recorded. So we go to the property. It's on regular. I want to give it a bold text. There's something called typeface. You understand? The font is inter, but the typeface is on regular. If I click on this regular, I can change it to medium. I can change it to bold. But I want extra bold for this case. You understand? Then I'll give it, the 100 will be too big inside here. I think it's too big. So I'll give it like 64. All these values, you'll find it in the recorded video when you are doing your own tax. So I'll just bring it, look for the center like that. Are you seeing how the thing is balancing?
Yes.
So, okay, let's now play with the layer now. So you will notice that the Air Force is on top of the image, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who is calling me? I told you to use your laptop if your phone is not working. Don't call me. This person calling now cannot join with his phone. That's why he's calling me. I dropped a video earlier that if you find it difficult joining, use your laptop. And I did a demo on how to achieve that. Let's continue, please. All right. So when you come to the layer now, this is frame 1, right?
Yes.
On the layer,
Yes.
I think you can see the frame 1 here, right? You notice that the Air Force is above the image. So to take it to the back, either you click on the image and the text and right click and click on send to back, or you come to the layer and just drag it down. See that it has gone down.
Oh, okay.
If I drag it up, it will come up again. I see it. So let me just duplicate it with alternate so that I can get the text for the other one. So I'll just come and drag it down. So the layer just helps you know how to place your content. You understand? So I'll call this second one Air Force 2. Then I'll duplicate again by pressing alternate to get Air Force 3. There's a place where I'll do same here. I'll bring it like that. And I'm going to do something in my design. White looks cool, but when I give it the color in my mind, you'll see that it will be better. Okay, this is the middle. I'll take it down again from frame 2. Are you seeing that? So let's start with this one. Let's give it the color of this Nike shoe. So I'll go to the fill color, select this and select this one. Then for this other one, Air Force 1, I will give it the color of the black. I'll use my eyedropper, select that color. Are you seeing that? You see that it's better than the white. All this one is design sense. So Air Force 3 now, I'll bring it inside like that. It's already perfect. So I'll just drag it down. Then I'll give it a black color. That's the Nike color. This one. No, that's not cool. This is better. Perfect. So we have that, right? So we're done with our text. Oh, there is I don't have time to do this one. You can do this on your own. The fonts, you can use font 20. Just come and type. Oh God, because of time. SENEAK, sneak. You duplicate. Oh, my battery. I'm not charging my laptop. Whoa. Oh my. All right. 11%. Interesting. So when you type your sneak, you use capital letters, please. You duplicate and give it space like that. Type the sneakers, SNEAKERS. You click outside, duplicate, holding shift and alternate like that. When you are done doing this, there's something called frame. You right click, you select all of them. To select more than one element, you hold your shift button. So if I click on this one, I hold shift. You see that it has selected the two. If I click again, holding shift. Then if I right click and frame, they are now in one frame. I can move all of them together. Are you seeing it? So you can use this thing I just demonstrated to create the header for this. Are you getting me? Okay, no. Let's, before, okay, we want to move this inside the main frame. This video is recorded. If you are not grasping it, don't worry. As you rewatch, you get it right. So let me make this place clean by deleting this stuff. So I think giving this a black, this will make more sense instead of white because of our colors. So I'll just go to the selection color and give it, the X code for black is 0 into 6 places. So that's a black text. I'll now bring that frame like so. You see that, right? So we can call this our main frame, M-A-I-N, main screen. Somebody's mic is on. Do us a favor and mute your mic. Ronald went to eat a bow. Ronald, you're welcome back. You came late. Alright, so you can see we've gotten our main screen, right? Which is this first screen. See that the first screen there are 3 equal stuff, right? I like feedback. So I will now hold alternate and duplicate. If taking light. Okay, just hold on. I can't pause this video, but I need to take my laptop to another place.